Good morning, everybody. I'm Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping headquarters, and you're tuned into my show, VapeAM. VapeAM is a little behind-the-scenes look at me, the vaping reviewer, and you. We chat with you. We review stuff. We look at stuff online to see what's on sale. We call some friends on Skype. So today, I'm going to announce the giveaway winners, 3 of them, for the AZ Swaggsauce giveaway for the reviews I posted. And can't wait to do that. And I'm going to announce a big giveaway that we put together with Liquid Sky for y'all, because we just like that stuff. And James Davis, the owner, is a really nice guy. And he's given us a bunch of codes for giveaways for you guys. So we're going to talk about all that in just a few minutes. And until then, we're doing the intro. VapeAM, Liquid Sky, VapeAM, Swaggsauce winners. That's pretty good. Well, I welcome all of you. And I say good morning. And I hope all y'all are doing great. I'm just kind of finally waking up. And I have my avocado on my home wrecker. Delicious. And some coffee, which is yummy. Speaking of coffee, I have a story to tell you guys in a few minutes. So for now, though, the first thing I want to talk about is that, and I'm not going to talk about it, I just want to say how sorry and upset I am about that horrible shooting in Florida. And I have a lot of friends in Florida, and I know that one of the people killed was an acquaintance of Skeletor, and just someone he had met that day, and it's just uncanny and strange. And so we all deplore the violence, and it makes me very upset. We had a nice vigil here in Seattle, and so I've got nothing but my condolences and love and outreach for the families of those people. I'm going to cry, so I'm going to stop. But I know we all feel the same. And also, you know what? Today's Flag Day, which is cool. So in 1777, we adopted the flag, so that's cool. And the Army also observed its birthday today, which was 2 years right before that, which is kind of fun. Kind of a weird thing that they're both on the same day, but that's fun. June 14th. It's item 2 on my little list here is that this has been a weird week for me because the 12th was my mother's birthday, and the 21st is the day she passed away, and it's been 20 years now. So anyway, that the kind of like triple punch of Mother's Day and her birthday and then the day she died, it's like within 6 weeks. That always kind of screws me up, so I've been having a hard time. So you guys forgive me if I'm just a little flaky and strange, but it usually wears off right after the solstice because I'm okay, and it gets better every year, but it's been 20 years and it still really affects me. So just a personal note, sorry about that. If that's affected you at all, it might have. Yeah, so now that's basically all the business stuff. Oh, except I gotta say that I've got a schedule. So today we've got these giveaway announcements and some chat and just some talking and hanging out. Tomorrow, Skeletor has a really good show planned. Tomorrow, Skeletor is planning. I need to get the list up. Sorry, I'm so embarrassed. Skeletor is doing the Goldie and Voodoo Vapes by Barn Brew, so that's going to be really cool. And for those of you who don't know the story, there's like a big story around we were going to do the BMI and then didn't, and so there was a big thing. So anyway, you guys will see that pretty soon here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Pacific. And Thursday, I'm doing the Griffin 25 review full on. I'm just going to do it. And it's been about almost 2 weeks. And that's going to be pretty cool. Saturday, we have the legendary Ripcon from Instagram. The guy's awesome. And so he's a coil guy, coil artist. And so we're going to rack his brains talking about art coils. So those of you out there who already make art coils, but you know a lot of you guys do, like Mikra and Travis and Dan and all of you guys, tune in, ask questions, think of stuff to say. And then if you guys have questions and stuff, make sure that you put them on the Facebook group or you ask them. Beware asking questions and stuff in this chat because I don't see it now. If we're lucky, Skeletor or someone will capture it and email it to me, but YouTube throws this chat away when we're done, and obviously I can't read as we go along. So that's what we've got going this week. There's a lot of stuff here at the OVHQ, and it's super cool. It's awesome. So what else were we doing? I was looking up who has tuned in. I always do that, and I have not done it yet. So everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. I see a lot of good mornings, and so that's awesome. I'm seeing April, and I see Elias. Hey, great to see you. You've been tuning in right at the end of the shows lately, and I've been so bummed because I've been like, you tune in, you have to go away. And I see Owen and Mike and Ryan and Steve and Tony and Skeletor and Psychonetic Doll, and Bob, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody and more people, so I'm so sorry. So, and thank you for tuning in too. So it's been a bad week for violence, and it's been a super lame week, you know, kinda, for me personally. But I did have a fun time yesterday. I went and hung out with an old coffee friend of mine for a long time, and it was weird. I think I was in a cult. I think I didn't realize it, but I think he and I were in a cult together. And it affected me adversely for years. And I'm sort of like looking at it, and I hadn't talked to him in 12 years. So I'm like, wow. But back to vaping. I'm so excited because that Swaggsauce giveaway went on forever. And so those of you, a ton of y'all, have ordered Swaggsauce and like Swaggsauce and have seen the reviews and stuff. And I know that I know that a ton of you guys also asked me for certain flavors and stuff. So those last two reviews were the product of them sending me almost all the stuff that you guys asked for. And if you guys remember, to see if I can get everything, it was 007, which is gone, and Cinder's Crunch, which is almost gone, and this time, I feel like so disorganized because I should have put together all the bottles beforehand. Oh, and Cereal Ninja, which is gone. And of course, I always love my Stifler's mom. But the three little ones were the Space Boys, the Mad Batter, and the Joker. I mean, I liked almost all those flavors. And I think the Cereal Ninja was sort of not my bag. But that's so killer. And I want to remind everybody that if you order it at, even if you don't win this giveaway, if you order something at swaggsauce.com, which they have a new URL, you can just go to swaggsauce.com with 2 G's. If you order something there, use the code JuicyJones, and they'll give you 10% off your order. And I believe that works just the first time. But here's how it works. It works once. So even if you've ordered before, you can still use that code one time. And one of the reasons that doesn't repeat is that obviously they already deeply discount their stuff. So are you guys excited for the giveaway? You guys want to hear about it? Are you guys ready? Yeah, April says chat is lagging, so that's very possible. It could be kind of bad. I just noticed that there's a slightly larger delay than I'm used to. Let me see if I can get it up on screen. There we go. Hey, there's the screen chat. Hi y'all. So I'm ready to flash the stuff. I'm ready to flash the stuff for you. How do I want to do it? Have I created a crazy thing? Yeah, I think I have. Oops. Okay. I guess I need to wait for the chat to cycle out of the sad news. I was trying not to dwell on that stuff too. So that's how it is. In fact, I'm going to have a nice vape on my avocado. My avocado has some delicious juice that I just got from a local company called Good Juice. And Good Juice, that is pronounced Latidza. You see how they put a phonetic on it? L-A-T-I-Y-A is pronounced La-T-E-E-D-Z-A, Latidza. And these guys are locals. They're up in Linwood, and they were friendly. They contacted me, and we hit it off because they're kind of local, and I was like, I'd absolutely like to try some local stuff. And the flavor profile for this is really cool. It's a vanilla custard cake. And to me, it sounded a little bit like Smacks, one of my favorites, the cookie. And it isn't quite exactly like Smacks, but it sounded, because it has a little cinnamon, not too bad. I wouldn't avoid it for you cinnamon people. But anyway, I'm going to do a review of this pretty soon. Not today, but it's pretty cool. I just kind of opened it a day or two ago. So I'm vaping it, and I'm drinking some delicious coffee. My friend that I visited yesterday is working with a coffee roaster. He's a kind of a consultant, working with a coffee roaster called 7 here in Seattle, and they are fantastic. It is absolutely awesome. And part of their deal is that they're friendly and high tech, so that's cool. That's awesome. Okay, it's time. Drum roll, please. Here we go. I'm doing it. I'm announcing the winners. Boom. There they are. Steve M. Great show, Juicy. Wasn't able to watch the whole live show, so I just finished the replay. Always enjoy watching your shows, whether they're live or not. I have to catch the replay. Thanks, buddy. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Taylor Nichols. Nice show. Vape on. Back to you, Taylor. That's awesome. And Rhonda McGee. Winner, Rhonda winner. Awesome show, guys. Thanks. And so I was just reading their comments is what I was doing for those of you listening to this audio. And here's the deal. The procedure is that you have to be a U.S. resident in the continental 48. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that. It's just much easier for them. Email me a picture of your driver's license that shows your ID and your contact shipping information that I need to send you stuff. And what we'll do is I'll contact them, and then all you do is you tell me which flavor you want. And I'm pretty sure you can pick any flavor you want. What you've won is a 30 mil. So they'll send you one free 30 mil of any flavor you want. And they were sort of technically, I believe, supposed to be for these. But the truth is, I don't think it matters too much. I'm sure that they'll agree to just give you a 30 of anything you like. So let me know. Email me, and my email address is juicyjones@gmail.com. And I'm so fantastically happy to do that for y'all. And I'm so thankful to the people at AZ Swaggsauce for sending us so much stuff and being so friendly. They're just great. And I'm just so pleased that we can give something back. And they were just so friendly about that. And they're awesome. So, everybody, I want to congratulate everybody. Y'all three, don't forget to contact me. And I don't have tons of time to hunt people down, but I certainly will try. And I won't give up for at least a week, I think, because I'm going to be in contact with the Swaggsauce gals and stuff. So I think that's great. I wonder if anybody's in chat who won there. Let me just go back to my view here. So let me look at my active users. See, Taylor, Rhonda. No, it doesn't look like it, but you know what? They'll find out about this through the grapevine. That's killer. So excited. Yeah. Oh, sweet coffee eases the pain. I confess I'm vaping on quite a lot of stuff in here. I'm also vaping on my avocado 24 on my cube oil. God, that's good. And this juice is Applesome from Liquid Sky. We'll get to Liquid Sky here in a few minutes. I wanted to get that James Davis from Liquid Sky, who's the owner of that company, to come on and just chat with us for a few minutes, but he's got a critter who's sick, so he's taking care of his kid, and I hope you get well, little kid. She's not seeing this. What am I doing? Anyway, so I hope she gets well, and one of these days we'll have him on just to chat. So since he's doing a big giveaway till the end of the month, what we'll do is we'll just have him on and talk, sometime within the next few weeks or whatever. We'll be able to make some time. That'll be fun. So tell me, by the way, this is a good time. Tell me, everybody, what you guys are vaping on and how you are. What's going on? I'm planning on doing... I also want to solicit any ideas you guys have for upcoming shows as well, because, I sit here and scheme for stuff to do and to bring to you, but don't hesitate to always email me at juicyjones@gmail.com and let me know, heck, anything you think is a good idea for a show, and I'll try to pursue it. And especially if you have an idea that you do something, I'd love to be able to bring you on and do something together. It'd be cool. Anyone can do that. Yeah, he's watching the show. But so if you guys have any Liquid Sky questions, he will be in the chat here while he's hanging out. So I'm going to go over the giveaway here in a few minutes. Michaela says she won 3F Vapes last contest. That's great. That's killer. That was a pretty good one, as far as I know. Yeah, I think it was. If someone asks if it was the RX200, it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, this avocado 2 is, this avocado 24 is good. It's yummy. Super yummy. I love this. I'm opening up the airflow all the way. Why not? I don't do that very much. I'm not like a super air vapor. Because it has absolutely no flavor. So we'll try like 107 watts. Better. But this coil wasn't made for that. Let's see. I got the audience chiming in of what they're vaping on. Mine is this 0.6 ohm avocado 2, not designed for high watts. Like 75 watts, 60 to 80 is where I vape it. I've got Steve Forrester is Drip the High Sour Punch 6 meg. That's what he's got. Orbital Joe's vaping on his SIG 155 with his Griffin 24, or 25, sorry. And Banana Bondage. That's cool. I'm going to try that. And Ryan's got his own Fruit Loop recipe in there. Oh, JD's got some smacks in the tank. Listen, man. You see this 30 mil? The label this morning washed off. I had to wipe it off because the ink got all off. But anyway, this is the last of my smacks. And I'm not kidding. I've got a weakness for this stuff. There's something about this smacks. See, people who know me well in person will know that I love cookies. I have a cookie and ice cream problem. So, forgive me. This vape, I mean, it just tastes exactly like a freaking sugar cookie to me. And I love it. So I could vape this all day. I would have a 500 of this and make it my official tester juice if I could get enough of it, but I can never afford that. But that would be killer. This is really good stuff. I really like it. So my hat's off to you, sir, and especially good taste for vaping it this morning. I actually dripped a little bit on my velocity this morning because I was like, I gotta have some smacks because I'm trying to conserve it. And there it is. In fact, I'll have a vape to you. Oh, I don't want to miss anybody. It looks like Psychonetic Doll is vaping on fruit drops sour Skittles from iVape. That's cool in Australia. I'm interested in that too. Papa Smurf, Fruity Loops, baby. Velocity Mini on his Guardian 1.5 from Dove Po. Tony's got his RX200 with his Limitless. Fuck yeah! And he's vaping Hammerhead juice from Shark Milk. That sounds pretty cool. I like the name Hammerhead from Shark Milk. We're gonna need another boat. It looks like Steve's got his Crown with his RX200. And, oh, my friend. That's funny you say that because I actually broke out my Crown this morning too and vaped it for just a few minutes on temperature control. And I'm up just about a 540 person too, 520, 540. Oh, that's where I'm at. But I keep my airflow kind of half to low on the Crown. But awesome, dude. That's killer. It looks like Psychonetic Doll says, oh, he clarifies, double vision on his Cherry Bomber. Yeah, because it was just the juice. And it looks like April's got some caramel apple. Yum, that sounds good. And Boab, my buddy, you've got the RX200 and the Cirrus tank. And oh, a DIY blueberry donut. I would like to know all about that recipe. Boab, we need to talk about the blueberry donut then, because I've been trying that and I've been doing a lot better with other donut flavors, but blueberry is something I'm having trouble with. So that'd be fun if you're interested in that. And Ryan's using his Limitless, and Spaced Out's got his chocolate bourbon donut and his Kennedy. And Owen is on his new E-Fusion, Avocado 24, and Rain from Plume Vapors. Or Plume Juice, rather. Plume Juice is still one of those inexpensive ones that Vaping for Beginners recommended, and I never actually ordered it, but that's another one that he says is good. And so do other people, obviously. Owen and everybody. And Leighton's Vape's got some Stifler's Mom. That's awesome. And that's so great that they shipped to the UK. How was the shipping? Leighton, my friend, I'm very curious because they're so friendly and stuff. And, you know, what's interesting about being British is that, or so far away, is that because they need their juice to steep anyway when you get it, because they have such a high volume business, that it's more convenient. You don't have to wait as long. So, I mean, you're already waiting, in other words. And it looks like Billy K. White's got his BMI Goldie and a Hexome. That's cool. Oh, and some hazy custard. And you know what I feel about hazy custard. Everybody knows. And oh, thanks. And Boab gave me some feedback there on his donut and said that maybe it's too much donut and not enough blueberry. Yeah, that's the thing about all of them, isn't it? I'm having the same problem. And everybody's having a great one. Looks like Atom 2 Vapes has got his Aqua V2, baby, and the Aspire. F mod. Oh yeah. Strawberry runs. I like those a lot. My sweet girlfriend likes licorice candy and I like sour candies. Also, I don't like those ones with like the granular sugar on the outside because they just eat up the inside of my mouth. That's fun. Congratulations to April Miller. Her kid's going to first grade and she's got a loose tooth. That's cute. I will never forget the day I went to kindergarten and first grade. I remember the day my brother went to kindergarten the first time. Very well, vividly. I remember being less than 1 year old. Isn't that weird? I don't know if you guys can remember that stuff, but I can. And unfortunately, I can remember starting smoking. And I'm just so glad that we have vaping. And I want to remind everybody out there in the audience that, one, like and subscribe if you like these programs. And two, make sure that you go to notblowingsmoke.org and Casaa.org and join up and do what they tell you to, because this is the year of advocacy and we have a lot to do. And right now there's a lot of lawsuits going on and there's a lot of bad places like Indiana, and even our Washington law is looking worse too with their age verification. So because it turns out that bleeds over into mail order, which I wasn't aware of. Well, I wasn't aware of the extent to what it bled over. I was aware that it was going to happen, but oh my God. Oh, and here's Megs B. Great to see you. We got a first-time viewer. That's so awesome. I think that's great. I'm really glad. Thank you for saying hi. And he's in wattage. Yeah, that's so Steve and his crown. Yeah, that is so awesome. So Steve is talking about his crown, and before he was vaping at 70 watts. And I personally think that crown coils just die too fast and are too hot and don't taste that great when you do them on wattage like that. Because I experimented with it a lot too. But holy gosh, when you put it on temperature control, it's amazing. And you know, the big drawback on the quarter ohm coils, but the big drawback is obviously it's a battery sucker, but who cares? Does anybody care? I don't. That tank is one of my favorite tanks. Pretty soon here, as soon as we get some money somehow, we're going to try to get a Crown 2 in here. And so I've got a wish list of stuff we need. We don't have any budget at Orbital Vaping headquarters. So if anybody wants to chip in, don't forget that you can always just PayPal juicyjones@gmail.com, anything. And all of that goes into just helping keep this channel supplied with electricity and supplies and information so I can keep bringing this to you. But anyway, on the list is the Crown 2. And I should have put the list in front of me instead of just thinking of it as we're here. But the Crown 2, new batteries for the DNA 200, more wire, which I have a pretty good amount now, but later. No, I'm sorry, not more wire. What am I saying? Supplies for the DIY mix. And some of you guys have been asking about the group mix too. And I just want to not remind you, but I want to update you that I had a little bit of a stall because I was vaping on my current batch of Resting Bitch Face, and I'm just not happy with it. And I think it's because of the ratio, the 70-30, I'm just not happy with. So I'm going to reformulate it so it's 80-20. And I'm so sorry. I know that everybody wants me to do this like yesterday. And I figured out what the price is and everything. It's going to be about $20. The price isn't going to change because of what I'm doing now. It's just that I need a little bit more time, probably 3 weeks, just to make sure that it's still good. Because I know I'm going to lose a little bit of the flavor and the hit, but I really, really, really don't like the 70-30 that it was anymore. So back to the drawing board, but I'll keep you posted. I'll try to do some more. So anyway, one of the things I need is to get some supplies to do all that stuff too. So I've got Nick, but I'm running out of the other stuff. And I'm just checking out chat here. Oh, Psychonetic Doll says that Megs is his own Kiwi co-host in her show. It's fantastic. And I want to know more about y'all's show, actually. I guess I'm aware that you guys have been watching us, but I haven't had time to go and check out your channel. I'm just writing this down as the reason there's an uncomfortable pause here. There we go. Note written. And yeah, I dated myself. I still write things on paper. I'm that guy. That's how I was learned, y'all. So right now, I've just been re-wicking and hanging out. This morning, I re-wicked my theorem, which I still bitterly hate this thing. Worse than almost anything. I'm glad it won't focus, because there's no point anyway. Gosh, that's another thing on our wish list, is a camera that focuses. That's great. Y'all are both female. That's killer. And I want to make something clear, too. This is a feminist channel, and I'm a feminist. Full stop. No qualification. I was raised by a wonderful woman, and I'm a feminist. And so I have a vested interest, and I'm very interested in attracting female viewers to the show, because I don't believe that vaping is just for guys. And I don't know, almost none of the audience watching the show right now is the kind of person who wants to exclude women. And so, you know, if I haven't done it in a while, which I do it a lot, I just want to say for the record that, heck yeah, the more gals, the better. Love vape gals. They're every bit the same as everyone else. Most of the vape gals I know build, DIY, mix, blow clouds. I mean, everything. So I'm so glad. That makes me happy. And I check that demographic too, because I know that vaping in general is very male skewed. And it makes a little bit of sense because more men smoke than women, just as a natural fact. And so naturally there will be slightly fewer more male vapors than female. So that's one thing. But we all know that that's no excuse for the kind of crazy, silly, puerile crap that goes on in vaping, you know, everywhere we go, where it's just like useless. So I don't want to go off on that too much, but I think that's fun. So, and also, can I just can I just cross the T there and say it's awesome to have people from down under there? One of my old high school friends lives in New Zealand now with his brother, the Dean family. And that's awesome. And I've always wanted to go there. And a good friend of mine here in Seattle says his parents are going to retire in New Zealand. And Dawn and I, my girlfriend, excuse me, Aileen and I have always wanted to go down under too. And I've got a really good friend named Arno who lives in Melbourne with his wife, a friend of ours who is from here actually. So anyway, so I feel so connected to the East, the Southeast Pacific. So it's cool. Oh, and Psychonetic Doll points out that in New Zealand there's more female smokers, and so that's very interesting. I would be so interested to find out like what the dynamics of that are. I don't really know. And Owen says his youngest kid turned 13 yesterday. That's humongous. That's crazy. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat because I need more delicious coffee. There was too much throat in there and not enough coffee. Yummy. Yeah, that's what, you know, in chat, Psychonetic Doll says that Paul from LabWorks is coming to the next national vape meet that she's running. And so let's find a way to get Orbital Vaping headquarters down there. I want to be international. We need to find some sponsors that'll actually put forward some cash to be like, yeah, you can have an airfare ticket and a hotel and we'll do this and we'll spend 4 days, you know, hitting this, 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 and this. It'd be so great to press the flesh and have some fun like that. So that's killer. So everybody in chat is talking about how their critters are aging. That's so funny. Yeah. Here in Orbital Vaping headquarters, our children are the dog. So we never had kids. But I like kids. I have like 1,000 cousins. I'm originally from Dallas, and I just literally, I really have. I have more cousins than I can count. Seriously, a huge number of cousins. And one of these days we're going to go down there and hang out with them. We just don't get enough time to travel. I'm sure a lot of you guys agree. Yummy. Hey, Yeti's uncle. Hey, Spaced Out. And hey, there's Sean Taft. Hello, 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 sir. Very good morning to you, my friend. We were just giving away the Swaggsauce things, the giveaway. And now, in the second here, we're going to talk about the new giveaway that we're doing from the awesome... Sorry, I'm trying to do something and talk at the same time. From the awesome Liquid Sky e-liquid company. So, sorry about that. I shouldn't do that. I'm going to try to get a web page up on screen here instead of the chat. I'm going to see what happens if I get Liquid Sky up on the screen. Ba, 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 ba. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's so great. What I've got to do is I've got to find a link to the Glean.io contest, which I didn't do because I thought I did, but I didn't. And so, oh, there we go. No wonder. I'm so excited. This is so great. Here's what we're doing. The people at Liquid Sky, let me just get my window back up. The people at Liquid Sky are going to give away 10 sample packs. And on Liquid Sky, he has a sample pack of 5 10 ml bottles. So you're going to get 50 mils of liquid, and you can pick any of the flavors you want out of his signature flavors. And I've listed them here on the contest. What they are is, here it comes, drum roll. You can pick between Applesome, Dino Rocks, Kendra, Mythical Milk, New York Cheese, Smacks, my favorite, Smoky Monkey, and Monkey Bread. And so what I'm going to do is show you guys this. And then hopefully this will just magically work with my technology, right? Won't that be cool? Could we be that lucky? It didn't work, Captain. It didn't work, Captain. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Wow, that's picky. It's really picky. So there it is. We're going to give away 5 10 ml bottles. And this, my friends, is the website. Shop Liquid Sky is our website. And I'm just so grateful to James for giving me these codes, because he certainly didn't have to, and I just thought it was so cool that he approached me and said he wanted to give away some stuff for you guys to just try to get the word out about this stuff, and I like it, so I want to share it with you. So let's see, here they are. You get to pick, ah ha ha. So this is the sample pack, and you're going to pick one of the signature flavors, and I'll just go through profiles for you because why not? It's 5 10 ml bottles. Applesome, it's like an apple cinnamon style flavor with a muffin. Ding. And Dino Rocks, and you guys saw the review, it looks like Fruity Pebbles to me, and it is exactly a Fruity Pebbles cereal. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. Kendra is like a peanut butter and peach type of thing, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to, I haven't tried this one yet, and I really want to because it sounds good. And Monkey Bread, I have tried, it's really good. It's banana and a little peanut butter, like a banana bread, with a little tiny bit of peanut butter. That stuff is really, really good. And Mythical Milk is just a strawberry milkshake. I'm sorry, strawberry cream. And it's, if you just like strawberry and strawberry milk, that is what that is. I have a little bit of that. And New York cheese is New York cheesecake. It's absolutely delicious too. I have a 120 of this that's almost gone. That is just almost gone. And Smacks is, oopsie. Oh, here's all of them together. Smacks is sweet and creamy sugar cookie. It'll make you want to smack your lips for more. This does taste exactly like a sugar cookie. It's my favorite. And is there a very last one? I think Smacks was the last one, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, Smoky Monkey. What am I saying? Smoky Monkey. Durr, it's banana custard with marshmallow. And it's really cool. So, let me turn that off. Let me turn that ugly, ugly window off. So, the URL that you guys are going to go to, I'm going to post to the Facebook page and put in the description down here. But it's that little website with a contest in it. And all you have to do is go there and visit the Facebook page and visit Liquid Sky on Facebook. And then you can refer other friends, and you can also get extra entries into it. And so we're going to do this contest until the end of the month. It's just a big June giveaway. We're going to give away 10 big packs. And it should be fun. So share it with your friends and stuff as well. And there's going to be more and more to come because the anniversary is coming up next month as well. I'm going to try to do a real big giveaway for that as well. And I'm testing this system to be able to use it for that. And so I appreciate you guys kind of being slight guinea pigs for the method of the giveaway. And also, I'm so stoked that we can give something away to you because that's fun. So let me see here. I just want to go to the description of the YouTube video, and I'm going to paste in the actual URL for the giveaway. Liquids, the Orbital. I can't type, y'all. Okay, there we go. I pasted it in. So if you're on mobile, I'm sorry, that's kind of a pain because Google makes it impossible for you to click on stuff, but hopefully you can see that. And I can't put a link on the screen here, but there will be a link in the description, and I will have a link on the Facebook page for you guys, and it's Facebook.com/groups/Juicy Jones, all one word. And I'm so excited that James decided to do that for us. Let me get his. There we go. See if he's around. Oh yeah, and I wanted to mention that he's already doing a big flash sale, which I reposted to the group. But make sure that you check that out too. And James, I'm just telling you, you have permission to post those on the group as well if you want to. So feel free to just share that with the group directly, and I hereby give you permission, sir. You don't. I don't think you just have to click on the button and visit the page. You don't have to do anything. But so Bob is asking, so do you have to Facebook? You have to visit the page, definitely. But you don't have to like sign up or anything. I don't think. Pretty sure. And thank you, Milkman John, for reminding me to tell everyone to smack the thumbs up if you like these, and be sure to tell your friends and subscribe. So, this coffee and vape is so delicious. So fantastic. So what did I want to tell you guys about? I wanted to tell you guys about some other stuff. Dude, I was talking to my buddy last night, and obviously you guys have seen that the guys and gals over at 528 Custom Vapes have completely gone nuts on accessories and stuff. And so now they have like a bunch of really cool, a bunch of super cool accessories like colored chuff tips and different barrels, and it's pretty cool. They have like a chuff insert for the goon that's different. The entire thing is one big airflow insert made of Delrin, and you can get like a purple barrel, and so those are really cool. If you guys haven't seen them, go check them out. And also, somebody was trying to get me to pay attention to the AM Addy too, and I know it's not particularly new, but I have been looking at it again, and I realized that I do want an AM Addy because it's kind of flavor chasey. It's the one that's got the L-shaped brackets, and you screw the thing down inside, and it traps them that way. If it's hard to visualize, this is how the posts look, and then you screw screws down. Maybe I could. I don't know if I can get this one. I don't know if I can get this one on the screen. I'll sure try. Let me see. This is a fast tech window. Yeah, let me try. Yeah, that's it. That's the AM Addy. That's what I was talking about. So I'm interested in that. So I've been thinking about that lately. What have y'all been thinking about buying? These are the goon pieces I was telling you about. How would you like one of these chuffs for your goon? It would be totally fantastic. Would it not? I would love it. And, God, those are cool. And this is the chuff, all one piece. That's totally great. I got a post kit in case you... my posts have had absolutely no problem, but it's nice to see that you can order parts. And, you know, they've got one of these, which I guess that's just a short one, basically. Yeah, that's fun. Let me catch up with my chat and see what you guys have been excited about lately. Oh, everyone's talking about how old they are. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Yeah, I really like my goon. JD Vapor says he's been thinking about a goon too, and it's nice. I recommend stainless steel, by the way. And the only reason I say that is that it's pure laziness. I can taste the copper, and I just have to clean it all the time. And I wish I didn't. I would use it more if I didn't have to clean it all the time. And that's my fault. It's not them. It's all me. And, there's Rhonda, the winner. Rhonda is a winner. That's killer. Rhonda, don't forget to send me a picture of your ID, because I know you're 11. Just kidding. You have to prove you're 18. And just email me your shipping information. Oh, yeah? So, yeah, Rhonda can show us her shipping information. I mean, the proof of her ID. That's perfectly fine. I mean, she's probably trying to get away with something being such a young person. Let me just look at my atomizers and see if I need to re-wick any of these. Honestly, my goon looks pretty garbage. Is anybody out there in the audience sitting around doing nothing with your Skype and headset on? Because if you want, I can give you a ring. You can hang out on the show here for a minute and we can chat about whatever you're vaping on or whatever you're thinking about. Right now, I'm just looking in my folder to see if I can find my list. Da-da-da. There it is. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. All right. And so it looks like Ryan's got the black goon. That's really cool. Oh, Rhonda doesn't know she won. You won the 30 mil of Swaggsauce, Rhonda. Here for you latecomers. There's our winners. Winners! Steve M., Taylor Nichols, Rhonda McGee. So you won a 30 mil of your choice from Swaggsauce. All you got to do is email me your shipping contact information that you would give to make sure that I can send you stuff, and a picture of your ID. Is you that young? And then I'm going to contact them, and they're going to send you whatever flavor you like. Make sure you tell me what flavor you want. So how fun was that? Psychonetic Doll asked if we use Hangouts. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm technologically capable of doing absolutely anything, but I try to avoid Hangouts, you know, if I can, but I certainly don't. The one thing I won't do is put Hangouts on my channel, because if you carefully go back and look through through my channel, you can see that I stopped using Hangouts in like November or December because they're so unreliable for live broadcasting. It's insane. It's crazy. They just don't work. Yeah. So yeah, I guess Rhonda does. Oh, and I would also say, Psychonaut Doll, if you didn't notice that this channel is in 1080p HD, which Hangouts cannot do. Does not happen with Hangouts. Ever. And Yeti's uncle says he loved his torpedo. That sounds cool. Well, Steve. Steve Forrester wants to win so bad he's going to change his last name. And go back in time. That's fun. We'll have plenty more giveaways coming up. And I'm seeing in the chat that stainless steel is the future of static wire. Maybe so. I, of course, am still waiting on a shipment of static wire from Skeletor. Along with, yeah, I was just thinking about that because I got some juice too. So anyway, whatever. So nobody has volunteered to come and hang out, or maybe someone did. Anybody send me a note? Anybody? Nope. Oh, you guys are so unloyal. Oh, maybe you did. I keep on getting the strangest contact requests. Remember that if my Skype name is Juicy Jones, one word, and if you contact me on Skype and I say, have we met yet, make sure that you say yes and identify yourself, or you'll get blocked. That's what I do. I get random things because my name is Juicy, and everyone thinks that I'm some 13-year-old South Korean female impersonator who's actually some creepy guy. I don't know. But anyway, make sure you tell me who you are. Please. Call me, Psychonetic Doll. Absolutely call me. My name's Juicy Jones on there, and I shall bust out the magical headset, and you can join us. Because that's what we do on VapeAM. We call our friends. Here today, we're going to make a new friend. Make a new friend. Oh, Tony's got the kids. That's cute. Okay. So let's see. In a second here, I'll probably get a Skype request. That's great. I love it. Love this. Absolutely, completely thrilled about the idea of international friends and stuff. It's fantastic. It's the reason I teamed up with Luke, Polish Vapes UK. It's the reason why I work so hard at publicizing the show on the Greek groups from my friend Satiris Papadopoulos. I'm so sorry, I'm like hiccuping. There it is. Boom. I'm accepting your friend request. That's the ticket. That's a win. How are you?
Hey, honey.
Coming in. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
What do I need to mute?
You need to make sure that your YouTube is muted.
Okay, YouTube is muted.
That's important. And probably, well, actually, we're doing okay. It's best if you have a headset, but we're doing all right. And the audience will actually say something. Give me a sound check.
What's up?
Yeah, I can hear you. The audience will tell us if you're loud enough in just a minute, in about 40 seconds. How are you? It's nice to meet you. I'm Eli Juicy Jones.
Hey, Eli. I'm Moxley.
Hi, Moxley.
I'm bringing you from New Zealand.
I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. It's so exciting. I can't wait to tell my girlfriend. She'll be like, fuck yeah. And you have a cool haircut, too, with lots of color in it, and she'll be totally thrilled. So that's cool.
Thank you.
She doesn't vape, but she watches my show, which is paradoxical. I don't know why she would do that. So anyway, tell me all about you.
You could have thanked Paul for bringing me to your show.
Can
actually.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Paul's the one who told me to come and...
he didn't pay you? Or threaten you?
Not at all.
No threats?
Not at all.
Okay. I don't know. I just presume it takes threats or something. Intimidation or... Anyway, that's sweet. That's really great. I just am totally thrilled that I can't tell you. I get so humbled by this. I mean, seriously, I can't tell you. You probably know what it's like, I guess. But when I get up in the morning and there's like people chatting in chat and there's, hundreds of views on things and I have videos with 20,000 views, I just flip out. I'm just a dude who had never even watched a vaping video before last July. I'm not kidding. I had never even seen a vaping YouTube video before last July. So.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've been vaping for
No, I'm
years.
not in my PJs, Megan. Look, it's a dress, not in my pajamas. I
Oh,
just saw me comment in the chat.
like I would begrudge you. And I didn't think that was pajamas because pajamas look like, crossword puzzles. And, well, in my house, that's what they look like.
Awesome.
So Moxley, tell me about yourself. So you found out about the channel through Paul. And remind everybody who Paul is, please, because we can just tell the
Okay.
audience.
Paul is Labworks Vapes in Australia.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, Labworks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him pop up in the chat yet. He actually told me to come and watch you tonight because we were actually hanging out last night on Hangouts and we were waiting
fun.
for you to come on and you weren't there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I certainly could. Of course, I do use Hangouts. I just use Skype for the show because Hangouts fucks up so much. That's all. Like, I totally use Hangouts. Yeah, that's freaking great. And who is your other friend? Oh, yeah, wait. Perfunctory. Let's hear it. What do you got? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Meeks B is my co-host on the I'm Kiwi show here in New Zealand, and we're on the Trove Live network here on YouTube.
What's it called? Trove Live?
Trove Live, yep.
Oh,
And our show was yesterday. Yesterday was, and I say yesterday being Monday here in New Zealand, was my 2-year vape-anniversary.
No way.
Yeah.
That's supremely cool. That's so great. There's a lot of summerversaries around here. That's really great. That's super great. So I beg you now to come on my testimonial show, Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and tell everybody, anytime, next few weeks. I'm booked for 2 weeks going forward, but anytime. I don't know if you've seen that show, but it's a show where I take people, anybody, anywhere, and we just hear their vapor story, and then we just shoot the shit too.
Cool.
But I'm trying to build up some testimony. That's so rad.
What would you like to know about my story?
Oh, everything. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What are you guys doing there? So you and your partner in crime, you're on the Trove network. What is that? Is that like a network of vapors who are cool?
It's a network of American vapors.
Yeah.
We are the only Kiwis, and need a little bit of backstory. I'm both me and Megan are Drippin' Dolls. We're New Zealand dolls, and I'm actually the creator of the Drippin' Dolls logo. And through that I have a plethora of US connections in different avenues to where you guys all hang out. And Paul has introduced me to these new hangouts and new avenues of people, and you're one of them.
That's awesome.
I was the first international Drippin' Doll, and both me and Megan are slightly infamous vapors here in New Zealand.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Mex is our New Zealand coil queen. She is the best coil builder we've got in the country above all the boys.
That's awesome. That's 100% rad.
And I'm an event manager pretty much, and I'm great at networking and socializing, and I do a lot of the vape meets in the country, or I have over the last 2 years, and I'm running the next national vape meet coming up, and which Paul is coming over from Australia for.
Oh, that is amazing. That's insane. How do we find someone who will sponsor me to come there and meet you and have fun? We'll bring the live video. We'll do live camera stuff on this channel every day. If I have to bring a computer, I'll do it. And that would be the greatest. So I call out to the world out there, to all 3 people watching or whatever, that my friend here, I want to have an impromptu, this is ridiculous that this isn't easier, because that would be the greatest. And, I could have gone to Vegas, but I'd rather go to Zealand. And, I forgot, I would have to get a passport, which I could do.
You need a passport, darling.
Easiest document in the world to get if you're a citizen. It's very easy if you are a citizen. That's so cool. So what are those meets like? How long have you been doing that? Are they big?
They're not big compared to what you guys know in the States, at all.
Well, compared to Seattle, it's big.
We have one-day events.
Okay.
And currently in the country, we have 2 sort of... so New Zealand's made up of North Island, South Island. And this next national meet that I'm running is the South Island meet. And I was involved at running New Zealand's first annual meet in Auckland last year, which is in the North Island. And
that's awesome.
That's coming up again soon. I'm not involved with that one, but the crew up in the north have picked it up. And yeah, I've been doing event management for a long time, but in a completely different industry. And like my background's in the outdoor music industry and doing
Oh
festivals.
yeah,
And stuff.
it's
A
not that
DJ.
different, to be honest. I mean, as far as the work goes, the work itself is this list has the stuff, these booths, these people, they paid, they didn't, there's tickets, there's not, you know, like it's really like almost the same, except it's less noisy with vaping, believe it or not. Musicians are really noisy.
Paul actually connected to me. Now I've got to remember this right. Phil Rosario.
Yeah, I know Phil Stardom.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not like best friends.
I think it was him. I'm just trying to remember what Paul said to me. I think it was him, but someone told Paul to come and watch me and Megan's show. Paul came and watched and actually won a prize on my show. He won a Billion Lives beanie on my show.
Oh my God, I forgot you've seen it.
I was actually the event manager that made the world premiere.
Oh my God, I want to see that. You know, obviously that all of us are flipping out wanting to see that, and we are all jealous of the Zealanders who have who've seen it. So tell me, just top level view, what do you think?
It is everything that everyone expects it to be.
So you do think it fulfills that promise of being a very persuasive argument that's going to help change minds? Okay.
It's informative, it's educational, it is
Okay.
not focused on any one point of the subculture. It
Good.
just blows the corporation
Good.
and that money-making agenda apart.
Okay,
it
so
is
it's
everything people expect it to be.
So they're focused on the correct question and not all this deflection onto bullshit that doesn't matter. They're actually talking about the health and the politics and the money.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes,
Good.
yes, totally.
Health and politics and money is what it's all about. And all this talk about like titty models and guys blowing clouds and courtesy and all that shit, that's all important and everything, but it's all tertiary, man. Health and then politics and money and then all that shit.
Yeah, totally.
I'm so glad to hear
Aaron
that.
is an amazing guy. He's the director. We got to hang out for a few days.
I know, I'm going to get
And
him on the show too. I keep on forgetting to even contact him. I know he'd do it. He's so nice, but
right at the minute,
killer.
he's a little bit busy. He's just left Vienna and they're just about to arrive in Warsaw in Poland for the Global Forum for Nicotine conference, which is on for the next, it's coming up in a few days actually. And there's 4 screenings at the conference for every
right.
official and academia person that's going to be there.
I'm so glad you tuned in today because I want to hear all this stuff. This is great. Keep talking.
What I really got from Aaron was the fact that he wasn't a smoker. He's not a vapor. He was one of those skeptics who just goes, vaping is the next latest fad. And upon researching information and finding out things, he learned what vaping's all about and started asking questions, and that's what led into making this movie. So it's completely done with an unbiased view, and which is a great perspective because people can't be, he's a vapor, or he's just trying to rep for the smokers or whatever. It's completely unbiased.
It sounds to me like he began in a very biased way. He not liking vapors, and then when he found out, it really turned him around.
Well, he started asking questions that nobody could answer. Yay, Paul's in the chat, finally.
Right.
And he started asking questions that nobody could answer. So he went and researched himself, and then he started finding the bigger agenda in the background.
This is a thing that is a problem with America in the last 30 years or so, and it's a big problem, and that is that people here do not ask questions anymore. And I was, I'm a little older than most of the people I know. I won't say exactly, but I was born in the 70s. And
I'm older than I look as well, darling.
Yeah, and I love that I don't look as old as I am. So, but I remember very well that I grew up in a culture not like today. The culture, even among normal people, that today would be blown off as being like ignorant hicks or whatever. That's where I come from. That's me. Even that culture back then asked more questions than anyone does now and thought for themselves more. And so the Christian coalition took over in the 80s and something happened. This country changed. There's no critical thought in this country, and lies and truth doesn't matter anymore. So I'm so happy to hear that he's a regular guy who even had a bias against it and had a critical mind and asked questions. Isn't it that simple, man? I'm curious. I want to know the actual facts. And you find out you were wrong and you admit it. And you make a documentary about it? No, I'm not that good. But
Well, it took them, all of them, the film crew, there's about 10, 12 of them. None of them are vapors. They've all tried it, but none of them are regular vapors like the rest of us.
Right.
And it took them almost 3 years to put the film together in total. So a year of traveling across, I think it was 13 countries, gathering all of the information around the world for the doco. And it took them a year of just filming, let alone the pre and post production on either side.
Nice. I hope they make enough money so they can do an update quickly too, because there's so much has happened. Also, like they'll certainly want to be able to fund themselves doing a quick like addendum, especially if it goes to video or whatever. Because holy shit, it's been a crazy year. Even oh my god. Like,
we're all crossing fingers that Netflix picks it up for the wider masses to be able to view it at a later date.
I wonder if they
right
will.
Now,
It'll really.
Right now, they are focused on gathering their money back with the theatre tour and film festivals and what have you.
If they do put it on Netflix, then 20 million people will see it.
I know.
Or can see it.
Their plan is essentially, regardless of Netflix, to put it out on DVD by the end of the year.
That'd be so great. This is the kind of discussion that gives me a little bit of hope too. Like I'm just so happy to hear that. It's so great to meet you. I'm so glad you came on. Everybody, don't forget that this is am I pronouncing it right? Psykinetic.
Yes, Psykinetic Doll.
Psykinetic Doll. Okay, I just didn't want to screw it up. I feel like every time I say it, I screw it up.
Just call me Moxley, but
okay.
On our show, my screen name is Psykinetic as well. It's okay. My artist name that I do a lot of my art under.
Oh, I know all about that. My name's Eli, but Juicy Jones is my name. My friends started calling me Juicy a long time ago because they wanted to see me get upset, and it worked. So I got over it, but it took years, so they just kept calling me that. So anyway, watch out. But that's fantastic.
I've just spotted Megan make a comment in the chat about one of her coils, and like I say, she is one of our top coil builders in the country, above all of the guys. Even though there are a few guys right on her heels, but she's the one to watch. So her name on Instagram is Unkiwi. Go and follow her. Her coil
UNKIWI.
Yeah, Unkiwi.
Watch this.
Put it in the chat.
Well, it won't let you. There's no point in you linking it to chat, but
no, I just wrote a screen name. Yeah, go and follow her on Instagram. And if you feel like following me on Instagram too, Psykinetic Doll, and I do vapor art shots with my clouds.
How do you spell her Instagram again?
OVHQ+Liquid.
That's why I spelled it wrong. I was like, this is not your friend. Okay.
She's got a little kiwi symbol with some moldy design. Yep, that's her right there.
I'm blowing up the page. That's my business.
And feel free to check out my Instagram if you want to, Eli. Psykinetic Doll, and I do vapor art shots and photography and stuff. Megan's a professional photographer. I'm just an amateur, and I make art out of my clouds and stuff as well.
That's so killer. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. I'm just going to make sure I click on the subscribe button.
Yes, please. I'm also I also have a YouTube channel, Psykinetic Doll, obviously the same account that I'm logged in, and there is minimal content on my channel right now. I did start doing juice reviews, and then I have been a show host since the beginning of the year, so got completely waylaid and focused entirely on that. And I will be doing via Hangouts on air at various bits and pieces. We'll be doing some live streams onto my channel that'll be like a little specialty extras outside of our show.
That sounds great.
And
that sounds super great.
I'm the socialite. I'm the networker that's sort of like, I know almost all of our vendors in the country, and on our show we, both me and Megan do, we review. I have a different Kiwi vendor on our show every week. And
that's very good.
And we promo every single vendor that we have on.
And what is the environment like in New Zealand as far as being a vapor and, say, making and importing e-liquid? Is it, and buying it, is it reasonable? Is it restricted?
Okay, yeah, we're restricted. We're very similar to Australia. We cannot sell or purchase or give away e-liquid with nicotine in it.
Good Lord.
We have to import our own personal nicotine supply, and like if we purchase from the US, we can buy with nicotine.
But not from Australia?
No, and not from Australia. So basically, we
That's expensive.
get e-liquid from our own vendors, and we add our nic at home. That's about
Okay.
how
Do they
we run it.
restrict your purchasing nicotine?
Yeah, we have 3 months supply, but there's no actual mil or litre amount restriction on that.
Oh,
They
good.
just say
Okay, so it's
3 months supply. That's it. So
it's bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's complete bullshit. It's like just so we have a law, so we
Yeah.
can make sure you feel guilty, you fucking vapor. I hate these people sometimes. It's like, fuck you and
Yeah,
your
very
and your
much.
restriction. And then
So
one
the-
day they'll amend it so that it has an actual amount in it. They'll say, "Oh, we made a mistake. We didn't want you to be free."
Yeah. So currently we're trying, our advocates and all of us fighting here in New Zealand are
Good.
trying to get that one little piece of the law an exemption so that it's not illegal for us to purchase or sell or give away nic liquid in the country.
Especially give
and
away, for God's sake. What?
I know.
Okay.
Like I can't even hand you my bottle of juice right
I know,
now.
that's
if
just
you're going. Yeah.
that's lunacy. How do you have a con?
We do it with great difficulty. Everybody is zero meg liquid, and you have to take it home and add your own.
And you kind of find some, like, none of this stuff is for sale or to be given away or to be obtained, but we're looking the other way, and it might disappear. I don't know. Like, is that the only way to
get this
transfer?
Get this. So if you are caught, so they're really haphazard on enforcing it, but as a billion lives has happened, and as the wider world community has been looking at New Zealand, they've started enforcing it over the last few months. And
Good
you
Lord.
can be fined up to 50 grand if you are snapped out handing over e-liquid with nic in it.
Wow. I don't care what the exchange rate is. Unless you're Mexico, that sucks.
Oh yeah, it's a stupid amount of money.
Yeah, that
50
is
grand for one
insane.
individual, if you're not even a vendor, if you are handing your mate e-liquid that you just put 3 meg in for them to try, you've just converted them and you want to hand them juice, and they snap you out or somebody dobs you in, you can be fined 50 grand.
Are you sure none of
Irrelevant
those?
of being an individual or a vendor.
Are you sure none of those legislators aren't Americans in disguise?
I know, right?
Because that is a fucking American-style piece of shit law where they
I
just
know.
try to trap you in something
Yep.
they know you're going to do. Like, oh, did you ask for a baggie? Well, now you're trafficking. Like, what? What?
yeah.
Like, that's America, the police
So
state.
we
Anyway,
want to try and stay self-regulated and get that one piece of our law exempt, and then we'll be sweet. But the reality is, if the FDA deeming rule goes ahead and that's enforced across the world, then we're all fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God, I can't believe how stimulating and interesting this conversation is. That's so great. This is really, it's really fun. I'm like, this is such a pleasant surprise having you on. And I just feel like sometimes, justifiably so, many people, as you know, aren't exactly excited about getting on live broadcasts a lot of times because, at a spur of the moment. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable feeling, for the normal person, but I'm not particularly that way. I'm a little bit more narcissistic or whatever. And and I admit it. I always joke that this is the perfect hobby because it combines technology, narcissism, and helping people and, being on YouTube. So it's like, of course I want to do it. All three.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I am. I'm just a little networker and a socialite, and I like chatting to people, and I'm not,
Yeah.
my training is in film and TV, so I ain't afraid of the camera and getting on live at any old time.
Yeah. I'm going to rack your brain. I have some questions for you because I'm expanding.
Yeah,
and
go.
I have some
Yeah,
oh, not right now. This is boring shit to talk about later.
I'm in your group on Facebook, by the way. You added me
good.
just the other day. My real name is on Facebook, though, not Moxley. So
I won't tell anyone.
I will send you a message and I'll let you know who I am.
You can
on
do
Facebook.
like one notable viewer and change your name to George Jefferson. I mean, there's several people on there who don't want to who like the group but don't care about Facebook, so they have names like George Jefferson or whatever. I know who they are. So
Oh, I've been on Facebook for well over a decade. So unfortunately, I got sucked into the confirm your identity trap, and my real name's up there now.
oh, it's horrible. I've got a friend from high school who I've known her as Heather for 30 years, 35 years, and she her actual name, because her parents are like Arabic or something. But anyway, her actual name is some Arabic thing that no human can pronounce in America, and she's never used that name ever in her whole life. She's always said Heather Witherspoon or whatever. That was her thing. And
Yeah.
because duh, and Facebook made her change it for years. And here's what I'm mad about. They finally, there was some big case about it and they lost, and they were forced to let people change their names back to their aliases or whatever. You know, but like my name is Eli Juicy Jones. I've been using that name for 20 years, since the early 90s, and I'm still not able to verify. They won't verify my account. You know,
wow.
officially verify me. Like, who the fuck else is Eli Juicy Jones? You can do a Google search and you'll find this guy. And so anyway, Facebook is such a kludge. It makes me just hate California, to be honest. Please forgive me, all you Californians. It's not you, it's the law, people. And it's Facebook. It's not you, it's them.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's me. So tell me, how long have you guys been doing your YouTube channel, where you do the reviews and you guys team up? I have to go watch this after the show, by the way, because...
Okay, so I started out doing individual juice reviews on my channel. There's literally only 2 up there, and then I got completely sidetracked with starting up our show. I'm getting a little bit flustered now. I've got so much.
Are you
going
sad?
through my brain
Oh.
for a second.
Oh, no, you're just tweaking. That's fine. I thought you were actually sad.
I'm
like,
tweaking.
oh yeah,
I
have
really
a vape,
am.
man. This is morning time. That's fine. No one cares about that.
I was actually going to say to you, I'm in your future. It is 2:15 a.m. on the 15th.
Oh, I forgot. You're like 7 ways from tomorrow or something.
Yeah,
It's like 18 hours ahead, right?
But these are my hours. I am up in the middle of the night all the time because I interact with so many Americans that this is why I'm hanging out on your show. These are my hours.
Well, I apologize for wasting yet more of your valuable time.
Not even.
I'm sure when you're laying on your
just
deathbed.
procrastinating. I'm procrastinating from doing the poster for the vape day that's coming up. But I'm hanging
really
with you
exciting.
guys, so we're all G.
That's really exciting. I love it. It's so funny because my Greek friend comes into the U.S. and he's from, he lives in Greece, but he works for an American company, so he's always around, which is totally great. But I actually have more like vape fans in Florida than I do in Seattle, and I just need to get out more, don't I? Like I said, I spend too much time in the camera.
I have quite a few fans that watch me in the States and will stay up because our show's on 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time on a Sunday evening for you guys. And yeah, we got heaps of US fans who will stay up.
That's 8 o'clock my time. That's 8 o'clock in the evening.
That's 8 o'clock? Oh, cool.
That's
well, yeah,
very
11 to 1 on
convenient.
Eastern. I have an app on my phone that tells me all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
different
world clock.
times for where all the other hosts are.
You know what I do is I just say, fuck it, you're in charge of your own time zone. I'm like, my show starts at this time. And it annoys the crap out of me when people say, oh, what is that in Swahili time? I'm like, I'm not in charge of time. The reason we have time zones is that I can communicate to you and say Pacific, and then you go to Google and find out for yourself. It amazes me how little Googling people do. I get this reputation for being an ultra genius, and I'm a really smart guy, but I'm not a fucking, Anyway, you know what I do is Google a lot of stuff and find simple answers.
Meantime, if it helps.
You're in GMT, seriously?
Yeah, we're GMT.
Why?
I don't know. That's just where our country's sitting. We're at the bottom of the world, but we get the first of all the time.
But aren't you literally on the opposite side of aren't you on the international date line and not GMT? That's bizarre. Is the actual time the same?
We're like way below the date line.
Well, the date line isn't up or down, it's left and right, right? It's latitude, or longitude rather, is the date line.
Hang on, sorry, my bad. I'm thinking of the equator.
Right.
We're
The
at the bottom of the world, but we get the first sunlight in your future. We're a day ahead of you guys.
Oh, okay. So you are on the date line. That means that you get the first sunrise. So that means that we need to be there at any good event. I guess in the year 2000 we should have come there, right? So you get the first day.
Yes, we had the first sunrise for the world.
You're like, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Trump. Win, and you're asleep by the time anyone else saw that shit. We were passed out by 7 o'clock in the morning. Are you kidding?
Yep.
We were drunk by then.
Partying over here.
Yeah, we were drunk all
God,
night. That's really fun. I wish I could see that emoji that Labworks put on the thing, but I can't. It looks like rabbits or cows. I'm looking at the chat. That's funny. I feel so bad. I've been chatting. I haven't acknowledged chat. I love all you guys. Thank you for watching our show.
I've got one eye on it. I'm catching a couple of comments from Megan and Paul and stuff. And,
okay, good. And I want to thank them too. I love all these. I love all these viewers that we get. I think it's fantastic. It's really important to me. We have some international stuff too.
I actually really love your style. I just want to say a little fangirl moment from me to you. I love the style that you have on your show, interacting with the chat, and I'm still getting, because I'm the talker out of me and Megan.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the talking on our shows, and I'm still I've been at it for 6 months now, and I'm still figuring out that proper interaction with the chat, so that when the recordings are played back, there isn't those weird gaps, and that the recording makes sense.
It's extremely difficult, isn't it?
I love your style. I really do.
Thank you. It's really hard to get used to that. I appreciate that. I'm really grateful you say that, and I thank you so much. That's really great. I actually, I find that really hard. I really work on that because I get a lot of angry notes. You're a fucking retard. You asshole. No, what did he call me? You only hipster faggots say that. I've seen that one. You're a total fucking like, I've seen I could only watch this asshole for 24 seconds, and then other people like that and go, yeah, me too. A lot of that.
Honey, I have so many haters, but they say you haven't made it until you got haters. So that's all we can handle.
Yeah, but
I
it's
aspire
nice
to be like a New Zealand version of Ruby Roo. So
yeah, that's killer.
You haven't made it till you got haters, darling.
Oh, I know. And we used to have I remember the first hater we ever got was last fall when I started doing Vaping Dawn to Dusk with my friend Luke, who lives in Great Britain. He's in England. And it was so funny. You know, they were like, the first instinct is to be like, oh no. And I was like, fuck yes, trolls. Like, yes, that means someone noticed my channel. Because, only people that I knew had seen the channel until then. And I was like, now a stranger finally sets in. I was like, yes. And now we get irregulars all the time. And of course, we have some people who administer the channel too. So like Skeletor and Owen and some other people can boot people out. We get all kinds of fun stuff about that. Most of the resistance that I get is for the length of my show, which is a very valid point. You know, my show is longer than anything on YouTube, pretty much, for vaping. And
me and Megan's we do a 2-hour show, and quite often I will just yabber and run overtime. Like yesterday, we did 2 hours 20 minutes, and that's the longest show that's on the Trove Live Network channel so far. We've not long shifted to YouTube. We were on Vapors TV for the last few months. So yeah. Still getting used to this whole YouTube-ness, and I live in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the countryside over here in New Zealand. Megan is in one of our Megan's actually in our capital city, and so I do all the broadcasting, everything from here in the middle of nowhere.
That's awesome. That's so killer. I know. I really love. I super love doing my YouTube broadcasting. I do it kind of from my safe, house here in the studio, and then I want to do more stuff live as well. But I think it's fantastic. I better check my time, by the way, before we just talk forever. So we've only been going about 40 minutes. We're fine. So we got 20 minutes.
Cool. Just have me with whatever questions you guys want to know over there.
That's right, chat, chime in. That's right, chime in.
If I can answer it, I will. If I can't answer it, I will direct you to my co-host, Megan, who is in the chat box right now. She's my hardware girl on the show. I do all the juice reviews and do the main promo of our vendors, and Megan talks about her coils, and she covers all the hardware. So whatever's coming out in the States from you guys, that's there's lots of our New Zealand crew who are in lots of different American groups, and if any new products come out and our community are talking about it, then that's the hardware that we're talking about, because that's new out on the scene. That's what everybody wants to be hearing about. Yeah, Megan's my hardware girl.
Can you just walk to Shenzhen, take a canoe?
I wish.
It's not that far, is it?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the world.
It's really far north, isn't it? I need to look this up.
Yeah, I bought a mod direct from them actually for my birthday last year. My wee little, I've got a little Cobra mod here.
Oh, cute.
And just do a little bit of promo. Got my dripping dolls on it. And
nice decals for the win.
Yeah, if any of you guys have seen any of the red carpet photos, this is the mod that I was rocking on the red carpet. And Megan was rocking her Drippin' Dolls box mod from BJ Box Mods over in the States. He's one of the crew in the US that we do group buys with the Drippin' Dolls through and what have you.
That is so fun. I'm so glad you guys have got a little crew. I'm actually.
Oh yeah. There's actually a few thousand of us over here. We might be a tiny little country. We've got a lot of vapors, and we're converting every day. I made a convert just this afternoon, even.
Did you? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm changing mine slowly too, and I think that, part of my technique is to, I ignore people that obviously just want to hate on it, and I don't like lecture people, but I do try to inform people about the most important thing, and that is it's about quitting smoking. And anybody who tells you any different, if it's anybody who tells you that it's not about health, is talking about the wrong thing, and they're not talking about what vaping is. And they might treat it as a cloud comp or being cool, but I've never heard that out of anyone's mouth. Everyone says, yeah, it's about not smoking.
Yep, bottom line is we're all here for the same cause, and it's to be a healthier, better human, and that is to stop smoking. And although that research is always ongoing about vaping, bottom line is it's healthier, and we're trying to better ourselves by stopping smoking.
It's not,
the cause is the same globally.
Well, yeah, and then you brought up a good point there, which is that we have an automatic kind of defensiveness that makes us automatically answer that question. But the truth is, that's not even the question. That question's been answered, and it's not worth asking anymore. It's not a question of, is it harmless? This happened to me last night. I was talking to a friend. She's like, oh, well, is that harmless? Like, what is that? Is that bad for you? And I said, that's not the right question. The question is, how much better than smoking is it? And the question is 1,000, literally. That's the number, 995. So from the English Health Board. So I remind people that every single cigarette you don't smoke is another, few minutes on your life. It's insane how deadly they are. And vaping is the same. I was talking to my friend, and I was like, do you smell that? Someone's roasting coffee. Do you smell that? Someone burnt a pizza. Do you smell that? A car just went by. Vaping is indistinguishable from those toxins.
Yeah.
Indistinguishable. I just farted. You smell that? Vaping is indistinguishable. You cannot chemically, you can see it, but you cannot chemically distinguish between the fart, the burnt pizza, the exhaust from the car, the natural air toxins, the ozone that's coming down. All that stuff is happening, and that's why vape is fine.
Yeah, totally.
That should be the only attitude people have. They really aren't getting it. I'm looking at the map, by the way, and you're quite a ways from Shenzhen.
Oh, yes, I am.
I don't know why I think New Zealand is further west than it is. It's just a thing in my head. I think Australia and New Zealand are just further west. If I drew a map without looking.
If I went to visit Paul over in Sydney, that's still a 3-hour flight for me to go see Paul in Australia.
Yeah, that's as far as here to Dallas. That's like a long way. Oh, there it is. This map is cool. My friend lives in Melbourne. Oh, there's Sydney. Is it true that Perth is the most remote location on Earth?
It's definitely one of the more remote cities in Australia on the western side, but I think Alice Springs would claim that one, really, in the middle of the desert.
Maybe, but I think there's a top 5, and I think Perth's on it, because Perth is pretty fucking remote. Like, you can drive there, or take a boat. I would take a boat. I don't know about you, but it's like, take a freaking ship and go around.
Yeah. Well, for me to go and even visit Megan would be a 2-hour drive and a 3.5-hour ferry, and then probably another half-hour drive to her house.
Oh, so are you on the Southern Island?
Or a half-hour flight. Yeah, Megan is in Wellington, in the bottom of the North Island, and I'm in the Tasman region at the top of the South Island.
I see it. I'm looking at the map. I love maps. You have no idea what a dreamer I am. I'm like, I always go look at maps and find stuff out and like all this. It's so fast. It's awesome. One time, years and years and years ago with a friend, we had planned to take a motorcycle trip through New Zealand and fly in, rent them in Auckland, and then ride all the way down, take the ferry, go down, come back, and come home. And it just never happened. But wouldn't that be the greatest?
I know, right? I'm actually off to Auckland in 2 days to go and hang for a week, just chilling with some of our local vape community up there.
That sounds really, really great.
And I'm going to be broadcasting our next show next Monday, so you guys Sunday, from one of our vendors up in Auckland. I'll be broadcasting from his lounge, because he's an online store and he works from home, and I'll be broadcasting and promoting him as a vendor. Next Sunday for you guys.
That's cool.
Next Monday for us in Kiwiland.
If you remind me before that happens, just if you think about it, email me. After the show, we'll talk, and I'll get subscribed to you, and then you can maybe remind me and email me. Then, because I ignore my subscriptions, I apologize. I just have too many.
Yeah, I'm a bit the same actually.
Oh yeah, I don't think people realize how little time I have to actually look at other people's stuff. It's, you know, I'm supportive, but I don't really check. You know, I just am glad you're doing stuff. Good luck to you. You know.
Yeah.
And most people give me the same perfunctory thing because we're all fucking busy with our lives and we do this free.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, even though I am older than I look, thankfully I'm not married, I don't have children, and I have the time to be able to dedicate to the vape community, and I'm online like all the time, whether it's on my laptop or on my phone. I'm always reachable.
Yeah. I'm actually one of those people who just draws a boundary. So often I'm reachable and I just am not answering the phone because I have a family. You know, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm always vaping. I want to remind everyone that you can be goddamn reassured that unfortunately I am always vaping. My girlfriend is like, okay, have you had enough for this movie? It's like, that's how I test if shit creates a lot of clouds. Like if it doesn't bother her, it's not really worth anything as far as clouds goes. Because, you know, if she doesn't notice, then I know that it's a good thing for the family.
Yeah, I remember you saying on your last show that I watched, you're like 1.5 meg Nick, so you wouldn't be getting nicked out by vaping all the time either.
No, but if I vape even a little 3, I'm nicked out in 20 minutes.
Oh wow,
it's bizarre.
I swap between 3 and 0, so unless I'm really feeling it or I'm stressed out or humming for whatever reason, then I'm on 3 meg. Otherwise, I'm vaping 0.
That's what I do, is keep 3 around. And I'm like, okay, and then I'm back on my 1.5. And honestly, 0, I can't tell. It's a weird thing because my cravings, and I think the viewers probably understand this too, right? Like your cravings will go down and like down as you vape. And mine have gone down real low, but it has not gone to 0. Like I'll vape 0 too much and feel weird. But 1.5 is okay for me. I know a lot of people need 9 or 6 or whatever.
Oh my god! Yeah, I know, right?
And you'll take higher Nick with you, right?
12, and I dropped to 3 real quick when I started dripping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it's like someone.
I'm not a big tank user. I'm a drip girl. I'm a Met girl pretty much all the time, and we've got a little hashtag here in New Zealand, the Unregulated Alliance. So there's a lot of Met users over here.
Nice. I like it. That's awesome. My favorite mechs are really just the boxes. Like I actually, my thing, I love my rig that I just won a few months ago. It's fantastic. My problem with it is that I just don't like firing the switch. Yeah, quality, heavy, pretty, aesthetics, blah, blah, blah. You know, I collect guitars and fountain pens. I get aesthetics and liking stuff. Like I don't need any education from people. People always confuse not liking something with not understanding. And I'm like, come on. Like, you think I've never had a Mercedes or a fucking nice guitar? Like, come on. But my thing is that I just don't like firing the switches. I find them awkward and dumb. But that is not a judgment. That's just for me. So, like, for me, it's my Nuve mod. You know what I mean? It's my 2-battery mods. It was that next generation that really got my interest. They're like, ooh, 2 batteries and a potentiometer?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like, I hate my Noisy Cricket because it's so unversatile.
My Noisy Cricket is sitting in the box, and I only pull it out if I'm entering a cloud comp, to be quite honest.
I like my rig mod much better than my Noisy Cricket because it's more. I can build things I like better on it.
It's quite funny actually. I'm what we call over here in New Zealand a really budget vapor. I don't have a lot of money. I'm quite poor.
Me too.
I have about 6 mods in my entire collection. Megan's got double what I've got. And yeah, if I could buy all the pretty shinies, I would. My favorite mod, which actually isn't here right now, it's a way for aesthetic repair. But I won a GMM mod, a gas mask parallel box mod from.
Oh, that's cool.
Leon, I'm just trying to think, Vapology store in Massachusetts.
That's cool.
Him and Matthew Kane, who is Theory Liquids and Theory Boxes and stuff. They're both very active members in our Kiwi community, and they do a lot of waffles over here for us. So yeah, I won one of his boxes. I've got my Cherry Bomber clone going on at the minute. I've got my Cobra. My Cobra is my only regulated mod.
What kind of chip does it have in it?
Oh God, I'm not even sure I could tell you. I'd have to look up the vape mod specs on it.
I'm just curious. Don't worry about it. What's the wattage on it?
It goes to 150.
Okay.
It's got TC. I don't use TC whatsoever. Just straight power all
Well,
the
you
time.
can't use temperature control unless you build coils for it. You should think you should experiment with it actually, because it isn't for everybody. But with dripping, temperature control is different than with tanks. With dripping, what it amounts to is heat control. Because one of the things, as a serious dripper, you know that when you press the button, that if you vape one time every 5 minutes, then you get a 0 to vape, but you have to vape a few times. But if you keep vaping, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and you have to stop.
Yeah.
And that's not the case with like my home wrecker with Canthal TC, for example. Like this actually will vape, and then it's the weirdest experience. It isn't like a tank. The tanks on temperature control will just spew the hot vape into your face until it's all gone. It's like, wow. This thing will actually never get any hotter than where you set it, even though the number is a joke. I mean, that isn't really 480, you know what I mean? That's not an actual temperature. It's just a number that's greater than the previous one and less than the next one. So whatever.
Totally.
But anyway, I find it real fussy, to be honest, so I don't mess with it very much.
I'm
Mostly.
just a plain builder. I will quite happily rock all like I build platins, and it's about as fancy as I can. It's quite funny. I'm always saying to Megan that her coils, they're coil art. To me, I just see art, and I make jewelry as well. So I've always said to her that if I were going to put the time into coils the way that she does, I would just make jewelry that I can make money from.
Oh,
so
you should see my friend Wyndham Morris's Instagram. Do you know him?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh my God, he is. Oh my God, that's what he does. He makes coil fucking jewelry.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Oh, awesome. So I quite often vape Megan's coils and other people's coils who are getting into the fancy stuff. And yeah, I'm just a plain builder and stuff myself, really.
That's fantastic. I think that's great. Me too. I can build fused Claptons, and I find that quite easy. And I'm learning to build aliens, but I don't enjoy it very much. But I really love making my own coils, even if they're simple. Because even if you can make a basic Clapton, you'll be happy. Like that's okay to me.
Like right at the minute, I've got a dual parallel 7-wrap stainless going on.
What's good? I'm looking at April Miller. She's having some problem with her electricity. It looks like had to call an electrician. Smells smoke. You need to dial 911, gal.
That's never fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just opening your friend's Instagram in another window. I'll have a look at that shortly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only got like 2 tanks. I've got like over a dozen Addies, but I've only got 2 tanks. I'm not a big tank fan, and I only use them when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Paul, I'm waiting for my vape mail. Paul is sending me my first avocado. Megan's already got 2.
You're getting an avocado?
Yeah.
Yes. Which one? The 22, the 24, or I guess there's only 2.
He's sending me a black 22 because
killer.
There's a lot of debate going on over the 24 here in New Zealand with the OCD off-centerness of certain features in it, like the poster off-center and the overhang on certain box mods and what have you. So, I'm just going for a 22.
That 24.
I have an avocado.
Yeah, that 24 size isn't. I don't think it's valid to complain about overhang because the avocado 24 is a sign of the new thing, which is 24. Like that's exactly what everybody wants in America right now. So that if you're suffering, that's wise, because every American now wants a 24. Like for example, it overhangs on my Hexome because Hexome didn't think to make their shit 24. Like even my Hot Sig, they made 24 millimeters. They knew what they were doing when they made this last year because they knew things were going to get bigger. In fact, 30 is the new thing, but I think it's a little big. Anyway, I really love the Avocado 22, but I'm sure you've seen the reviews. Like, there's a couple of irritating things about it, but it's actually my slight preference over the 24, and it's not because of the off-centeredness. Like, I can forgive that; it's fine. To me, there's a dynamic between the deck holes and the amount of air that comes up through. So my Avocado 22 wicks a little better than my Avocado 24 for my builds, just for my builds. Well, if you're doing if you're doing different stuff like a little 22 build or like maybe even a twisted build, you might not have the same experience. But I'm building 2.5 millimeter fused Claptons and a couple of aliens, and in duals. And for me, the Avocado 22 wicks so fucking awesome, but it's a little messier. and it's a little bit more annoying to fill. But if you've got a unicorn bottle, you're done. You know, you just learn to cram it in there and then forget about it. And if you fuck it up, it will leak all over you and ruin your day. That's the thing about this. It's like the Limitless never does that. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, no, they can all do it. So, trying to be fair here. Trying to be fair. They can all do it. I give them all the laydown test. And, you know, I'm not like the Kwisatz Haderach of fucking vaping, but I'm capable of wicking something so it doesn't leak most of the time. And some things are just prone to it, you know.
Yeah.
It just seemed like the right way to do it.
I'm constantly having wicking issues with my Cthulhu V2 actually.
Really?
Which is it's my favorite tank, but unless I wick it right, constant dry hits. It's one of those finicky wickers, much like how I hear a lot of comparison when I have a wee whinge to some of my vaping mates actually about the Griffin. It's very similar to wicking the Griffin.
I gotta say, when you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was, guess what? The Griffin. Yeah, I was like, huh, she reminds me of the Griffin right now.
Totally.
Because I'm going to review the Griffin Thursday, and one of the things I'm going to say about it is, wow, this is tricky to fucking wick, and I hope you don't mind doing it a few times. To their credit, with the 25, they made it easier to get the thing out. But I've got one word for everybody who wants a Griffin: avocado or Limitless. And I'm not kidding either. Pick the 22, the 24, or the Limitless and equal. Don't ask me to pick for you between those three because you're going to have to decide for yourself. But those three are the ones. I like them better than everything I own. Those are the three that are on my desk right now.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Along with, and here's the Griffin. I got to say, though, I wanted to not like the Griffin, but it's the flavor's good. It's better than the Aromomizer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just my
I've just recently tried out a friend's Aromomizer Supreme actually, and I was quite impressed.
Yeah,
I was actually quite impressed. It being that I'm not big on tanks, I don't go out and purchase all the latest things that are coming out, and I was like, this actually, I'm going to give this more credit than I originally thought, just from hearing our community talk, and it was a really nice vape. Yeah,
my problem with the Aromomizer guys is that they aren't really expanding the deck that much. They're stuck in this airflow system and juice flow system that requires there to be a thick wall on the outside for the air and the juice. And the result of that is that their thing is really big and has a small deck. And like even the Moonshot has a bigger deck. The Moonshot 22 has a bigger deck than the large version of that deck of the Aromomizer, or it's the same. It's either the same or it's bigger, and it's like, really? Like that's and the freaking Moonshot is insane cloud machine too. But I really love the Aromomizer when I didn't have an avocado.
The avocado is still winning strong.
I think it is. I think I'm very interested to know what you'll think when you get it. So you have to make sure you tag me on Instagram and tell me what you think too after you have played with it a little bit or whatever, and when you get it, because I'm just very curious. Because everyone's a little different. I know a lot of people. Several people have said that I'm a fucking retard and that the theorem is the greatest thing in the world, even though that 20,000 people have watched that video and most of them have said, "Yep, it sucks."
We've had so many of our community having dramas with the theorem.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, C+. That's what they got. They got C+ because it looks pretty.
Yeah.
It would have been a C-. Yeah, that's what I think. It's just not worth the trouble. I use it when I want things to look cool, but I hate filling it. If I have to refill it, I won't take it. Because I use unicorn bottles. I don't carry around glass. I'm not that guy who needs to carry around some thing that's expensive that has higher perceived value on the economic scale. I understand, that if you take your shampoo and take it out of the dog shampoo bottle and put it into the squeeze bottle, you can double the price and not change the product at all. It's the same thing with vaping. People think a glass bottle is better, and it's just, we need to change those minds, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to...
I'm quite a big fan of the unicorn bottle as well.
Yeah.
Especially with my Cthulhu V2 being a top fill, it's just so much easier. My only other tank is my Subtank Plus, and it's big and clunky and annoying. It's a great vape and great for when I'm driving, but my god, it's just a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah. What do you... I better check our time. I'm so lost and just having a good time sitting here chatting with you that I better make sure we're on schedule. Oh, yeah, we're fine. We got 5 more minutes. We're good. So we're going to think about going now and then start that. Oh, we're good.
How come you only do a short show?
Oh, today I have
This
to.
isn't the time frame
I've
in
got
the morning.
stuff. Yeah, I've got stuff to do, and I'm so sorry. I didn't even mention that. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. We don't have to stick to exactly an hour, but I can't do a full-on whole hour and a half today because I just got some things to do. But thank you for reminding me. Why didn't I write that down? That's a good thing.
I write a lot of things down too. I've
Yeah.
got lots of lists, many bits of paper always around me.
Yeah, it's like why I wrote a lot of things down, but not that. So we're gonna wrap it up after an hour today, and it's one of the reasons why today I particularly plan to talk about the giveaways and do the announcements. And so I should have freaking mentioned that. I thought that I did, but show me somebody who wakes up at fucking 3 or 4 in the morning and has all their shit together. So
I'm still up at 3 and 4 in the morning and don't have my shit together.
we used to get up 20. We got up 3 hours before we went to bed to get to work on time. We worked 27 hours a day. I lived in a shoebox in the middle of the street. Oh, you had a shoebox? That's funny. Well, I can't tell you how happy I am that you came on the show and volunteered to. And I just want to remind everybody, this is Orbital Vaping headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones. That's Moxy. And she is, I've got a much cooler name on Instagram, which I have right here in front of me. It is
Psychonetic Doll.
Psychonetic Doll. And it actually is spelled just like it looks. PSYKINETICDOLL. And I don't have anything prepared to put up her name because she just impromptu called in. So thank you. Anybody that you want to threaten or any violence that you want to, intimidate people with while we're here? Any grudges to settle?
There's always violence I want to threaten, especially after the day I've had today and amongst our community. But I'm not actually going to mention that. And I would just like to throw, even though I know they're not listening because they're all in travel and transit, just put a big shout out to our 5 New Zealand advocates who are on their way to Poland at the moment for the GFN conference.
Oh, yeah, for the conference. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's great.
Yeah.
They can see the replay later on. Tell them it's at the end.
Oh,
But tell them to watch every minute.
They'll probably be tripping out that here I am ripping a billion lives and talking about our advocacy when they're going over there to do it live for us.
It's good. Take a clip. They can totally use this. They can just skip right to it. Share it to the time code of you talking about a billion lives. I think it's great. I'm really thrilled that you came on and talked about that. And I want to know more. And stick around a little bit after the show, and I have a little question for you and stuff, and we'll exchange contact information. That's important because we can do that. Yeah, when we're offline. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody say thank you to Moxy. It'll be 30 seconds.
Okay.
They don't know. It'll be a few seconds. And thank you for tuning in. And obviously tomorrow, 7 o'clock a.m., it's going to be Skeletor with Coffee and Clouds. He's got the BMI Goldie and 4 lines of juice that he's going to be reviewing. He's also, Thursday, I'm reviewing the Griffin 25. It's poop or get off the pot. And I'm going to tell you what I think about this guy. And then Saturday, skip a day because we don't do Fridays, and Saturday we're doing Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and I have the legend, the man, Ripcon from Instagram. It's going to be great, at RIPK0N. If you guys are wondering, he's a cool artist, and that's great. And we're also going to get Nyx on one of these days too. I'm just reaching out there and I'm grabbing her brain, so pencil that in. One of these days you can come on to Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and you too, Moxy. Thank you.
Oh, no worries.
All right, what do we do? Should we vape out?
Yeah, totally.
What have I got here? Can I even vape on this? Avocado.
Double vision.
Thanks, guys. Stay off the sticks. And thank you.